A lot of people would argue that the best part about Lego is their minifigures. So I'm gonna give every theme a new minifigure that Lego hasn't made yet. But before we start with the first theme, there are some little rules I have to mention first. The first rule is that no that theme is included in this video, but Monkey Kid is included because in my eyes it's not that because it's not officially cancelled. But themes like Nexon Knights won't be featured here. And I also don't talk about every single theme that is currently on the market because themes like Botanic and City can't really have a new minifigure added that I can come up with. And other themes like Star Wars and Harry Potter I really don't care about, so they aren't featured here either. But most of the themes that have minifigures are included. And we are only gonna take a look at characters who haven't appeared in Lego at all, meaning no variants, such as Symbiote Spider Man or Netflix Daredevil. So it's only gonna be characters that Lego hasn't made yet in any form. With the rules out of the way, let's start with the best theme of all time, that being Ninjago. And for Ninjago, there are so many characters to pick from because there's an entire wiki filled with great characters that don't have any minifigures. Some examples are like General Arcturus or Kanji Khan. Those are definitely characters you could go for, but the character I picked comes from the Ninjago Shatterspin comics, that being Ariel. I just really think that the Ninjago comics are really underrated by Lego themselves because most of them have a messy release. I mean, it's not that hard to just include one of those characters with the book together. The next theme is Lego Marvel, and again, there's so many characters you could go for, like Bullseye or Kingpin, but I think it has to be a character from the X-Men because they are really underrepresented by Lego. So I went with my favorite X-Men, that being Psylocke. There are also other X-Men like Nightcrawler, but those are almost guaranteed to appear in the Avengers Doomsday sets. For DC, I simply went with Zatanna. She's included in a lot of Lego Batman or Lego DC media, like Lego Batman 2 and 3. She's also included in Lego DC Supervillains, and I think she's also included in a mini movie from Lego DC, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah, she would be a great character to have in Lego. Next up, we have Lego Sonic, which is a theme I didn't really give a chance yet, although I really like the Sonic games. So, the character I went with is Blaze the Cat, who, to be honest, is a character that would maybe make me buy a Lego Sonic set. But I'm not too sure about that because I really don't have that much interest in the theme. But Blaze the Cat is a favorite character of mine alongside Metal Sonic, but he obviously already appeared in Lego. Continuing with the video game themes, we have Minecraft, where I picked the best protagonist of the entire franchise, that being Jesse from Minecraft Story Mode. Minecraft Story Mode in general is just such a great game collection that, in my opinion, easily surpassed the original Minecraft and is the best thing to come out of that entire franchise. Yeah, I really hope they eventually do Minecraft Story Mode sets, although I don't see a reason why they would do that. For Monkey Kids, I had to ask the goat himself, Daniel Lewa, and he said the Jade Emperor, which definitely is a character that would be peak in Lego. I mean, he looks really great. Maybe I'm also just a little bit guilty because I used to hate a lot on Monkey Kids when it was alive, and now it's pretty much dead. I feel really guilty because I started to really like that theme. Monkey Kid was a good theme. I just couldn't see it. The next theme is Lego One Piece, where in One Piece in general there are so many characters that I would love to see in Lego, but I have to strictly pick one from the live action show because that's what the sets are based about. So I picked Sir Crocodile, who will definitely get a minifigure in the future, I'm pretty sure. The next theme hasn't even started yet, that being Lego Dragon Ball. And I want to pick a character where I was 100% sure he won't appear in the next 8 years of Lego Dragon Ball, because there's so many moments and arcs they have to do that I'm sure they won't do Hit in the next time. Hit is the main antagonist of one of the least popular Dragon Ball arcs, so I'm really sure that he won't appear in a long time in Lego, although I'm a huge Hit fan. There's also Moro, who would make for such a great minifigure, but I think he has a pretty high chance to appear because of the Moro arc getting animated. But who knows, all we have right now is just a Shenron. So maybe it could be a one and done theme. The next theme is Lego Mario, where I had to think about it for a really long time until I realized that the Lego Donkey Kong sets are labeled with the Lego Mario name for whatever reason, so I picked King K. Rool because he's just such a really great Donkey Kong villain. Next up is Lego Animal Crossing, where I picked the villager because he's also in Smash Bros, so that's cool for people who want to complete their Smash Bros collection. For the Fortnite theme, I picked V because she's my most used skin and also my favorite one. Although she looks really similar to Akita from Ninjago. Maybe that's also a reason why I use that skin so much. For Lego Pokemon, I could have picked one of the humans because there's a leaked Ash minifigure. But instead I want to go for a Pokemon in form of the brick builds they do. So I picked Vaporeon because that's my favorite Eevee evolution and one of my favorite Pokemons in general. And the final theme for today is Lego Zelda, where I picked the Horror Kid. Not for a specific reason, he's just cool. That's it for this video. Let me know if you guys disagree with any of my choices and would like to have a different character instead. You can also let me know if you would be interested to see me do that video again, but with character variants instead.
I just did a boom boom.